Okay, I finished that video, but I didn't want to show you it all now on this video because it'll come out as a scheduled video, so I wanted that to wait. So just getting a little thing, sometimes these little things take a little bit of time, takes a little bit of extra, just to sort of get things done. So I showed you what time it was earlier on the video, and it's now 9:41, 9:42. Okay. So you can see how my day sort of disappears on me quite quickly as I get some of these jobs done. And so yeah, my days can be taken up doing bits and pieces. I can be doing posts for Instagram, Twitter. Those things sort of need to be done as well if I feel like it. It's also preparing for the lives, doing all those sort of things as well. Scheduling, that all takes time. Puts a lot of effort into the posts for my members and things if you're on my Ko-Fi, of course. So let me just get rid of this here. So I mean, these are the things. Oh, that's done. One that I did this morning, so that can now be uploaded and scheduled in. So that's the other thing. You sort of got to get up here, upload. Okay, so let's schedule this video in. Birthday dictionary. So let me just type this in so you can see without showing you everything going in. So here we go. Birthday dictionary. And it's O. Right. So let's schedule that in for right. What you just watched was a video that I had that was scheduled, which has actually been released now. It's a morning with Hikate's crossing when she's not doing lives. It's the things that I need to do when I'm actually not doing lives. So it sort of gives you a bit of an idea, if you've looked at the video, what I actually do. Oops. Right, so what we want to do this morning is, okay, if you've read have you read the comments so far? Okay, so if you read the comments, sorry, Elia, you were the last one there. Sorry, I didn't quite write your name properly. Okay, so your list is here. Basically, so we want amazing fruits first, and Victoria and Taylor. Okay, so amazing fruits, if I can have your question, Victoria, your question, and Taylor. If I do 3 at a time, then I know exactly where I am. Please only type your question in once. When I ask is the best time, because then I can keep a check of it. Otherwise, I've got to scroll back and have a look. Thank goodness I've got the chat scan app, which means that I can find it if you've already typed it in, but only type your question in once. And it's best to wait until I ask, and then I will see it, and we won't miss out on any issues or anything like that. So fingers crossed we can get this so that everybody gets their readings today. Now, remember, donations do take priority. If you do donate, you do go in the draw for a free 30-minute Reiki session, which I'm going to draw at the end of the month. So you will go in the draw for a free 30-minute Reiki session if you have donated with the lives this month. Okay, so let's have a look. What questions are we going to start with? Okay, amazing fruits, Victoria and Taylor. Can I have your questions, please, to start with? Thank you. Brilliant. What can I do to aid my healing process? Good question. Good question. Okay, so in regards to your healing process, let's use the chakra tarot. So I hadn't even thought about this one. I'll just use this. I'll just grab it. Oh, she's lost the card. That's got to go in there. Don't use no yes and no questions, nothing that you've asked before. Think about questions that are going to empower you to move forward to heal. How can I heal in regards to this situation? Okay, you want to think about your own healing, your own empowerment. Think about how you can heal. What do I need to do to... This is a brilliant question. What can I do to aid my healing process currently? This is a brilliant question. Don't ask yes and no questions because you're not going to get anything from the cards. Okay? You're really going to get nothing. Yes, Kashish, you can be added. Don't ask yes or no questions because you get nothing from the cards. You really want to ask questions is what can I do to aid my healing? This is a brilliant question. Absolutely brilliant. What's going to empower you? What's going to bring you forward in your journey? And if you keep asking about the same stuff over and over again, the universe is going to get pissed off. Yeah. Yep, that's a great question, Jaguar. You don't want to hinder your own progress. Brilliant. Okay. And if you're still trying to figure him out, forget it. It's going to hinder your own healing process. So it's time to start thinking about what you can be empowered. You're in control. You're in charge. You're number one. Okay, amazing fruits. What can I do to aid my healing process currently? Whew. Okay. Look at what ventures, what things that you can do for yourself. Really think about what you want to achieve with your goals, your energy. Think about your goals, your energy, where you want to be. Okay, this is very interesting. It's all about finding a sense of balance in your emotions. Okay, so being able to sort of just take a moment to breathe, find that connection within yourself, go deep within yourself. I feel like this is very much a connection with yourself, looking at the possibilities of what you can achieve, looking at your goals for yourself. What are your goals? And break them into small steps. Break your goals into small steps. Have that connection within yourself is super important here. Here you're working with your sacral chakra. Okay, so you're working with your sense of identity, who you are as an individual. What's your where do you want to be? So yeah, very much about the your energy, your vibration. And what ventures do you do? What do you want to do? Okay, so next, Victoria. Oh, good question. What can I do to live up to my full potential? Brilliant question. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so what can you do to live up to your full potential? Let's do... Actually, I quite like this. I do quite like the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. It's quite a cool. Just do this. What can I do to live up to my full potential? What can Victoria do to live up to her? Okay. First card that popped out was Ace of Swords. It's declutter. Declutter your mind. Declutter those perceptions, those thoughts that do you no good. It really is about cutting them away, clearing them away, looking at them, acknowledging them. Acknowledge those thoughts and then let them be seen as going up to the balloon. So acknowledging your thoughts will allow you to declutter them. If you try and push them away, I'm not saying push them away, because if you push them away, they'll keep coming back. They'll keep persisting. What you resist persists. Okay? So you've got to acknowledge your thoughts, sit with them and let them go. Allow them to float away. Interesting. And you're going to look at what your priorities in life truly are. You need to acknowledge what your priorities are and look at why your priorities are that way. Look at what's important to you in your life. How do you find balance in your well-being? Okay, by acknowledging your thoughts, allowing them to move forward, allowing them to go, and also by looking at what's important to you, what allows you to walk through the new doorways. That's how you can live up to your full potential, by allowing yourself to walk towards your goals, your dreams, allowing you to move through those doorways. Cut away, declutter the thoughts and things that are going on in your head. Allow yourself to really focus on what takes you towards your goals. Yeah. Okay, so you're going to find a sense of balance in your well-being when you do that. Okay, Victoria? Right. Taylor. Okay, so Taylor, what's your question here? What have I got? Victoria. Oh, Taylor. And I've got Sunflower and Gabrielle, please. Sunflower and Gabrielle. So Taylor, your question was, let me have a look. Yep, I just need a question. Okay, let me just have a look on the chat stand because I can't see any question, Taylor. So let's have a look here. No question. Right, we got it here. Okay, what is Edward's energy or action towards you? Okay, so what's going on here? So you've got this relationship, you've got someone coming in, you're trying to figure him out. Basically, you want it to be a romantic relationship, you're wanting it to be something. Oh, I think the best is the Waterfall Tarot. Okay, so what is Edward's energy action? So what's going on? What's happening here? Oh, a lot of transformation and changes going on. It feels like things are ending. Okay, things are changing. So what's going on with Edward? What's happening with Edward in regards to Taylor? What's happening here? What's the energy? What do we need to know? What does Taylor need to know? Wow, so things are changing, and then we've got the Lovers here. So there's definitely something coming in. There's definitely some choices needing to be made in the relation. Like he's trying to make some choices. He hasn't quite decided in which direction he's going. But it does feel like there is something moving towards the relationship. Definitely feels like he wants a relationship, but there's transformation, there's changes that have needed to take place. And now he's looking at the choices that he's got in regards to the relationship. So no action's actually been taken, but the energy is that there's definitely something there. So yeah, so that's really important. So it does feel like there is he's been going through some changes. He's going through some transformations. Feels like he's stepped out of the dark and he's into the light. He's moving into the light. Okay, so definitely feels like something's going to happen, but don't know when. No action actually being taken, but this is what he is thinking about, the relationships and the choices. Okay, so next I have, who did I say next? I did say Gabrielle, I think. So let me just click on the list. So what did I say? Oh, Taylor Sunflower. Sunflower. So I'm just trying to work out who's who. Where am I at? Because my brain goes a little bit confuddled. Okay, Sunflower and Gabrielle, and then Jaguar. Right, so Sunflower. Let's have a look. Why guys at my college scared to approach me romantically? Ooh, what's going on here? So what's going on? Why are guys scared to approach? So what's going on? So what's going on with Sunflower? Why are guys afraid? What's going on here? Okay, it feels like they feel like they're out of your, I want to say they're out of your element. They're out of your league, so to speak. They don't feel as though they have the confidence to approach you, to have that connection. I do feel like they feel that you're out of your league. That you are out of their league. I think you might come across as someone who is, I want to say, very independent. I think you come across as quite strong. I think you come across as quite strong and quite independent. And that could be a little bit scary for some, intimidating for some guys. So I think they just feel like you're out of their league. I do feel like they just don't have, they just don't have that connection with you. So I'm not, maybe the right person the right person will show up. Basically, I think you're going to need someone a little bit more mature. I think you're looking for someone a bit more mature, a bit more, and I don't think the college guys are quite, the ones that you sort of know are not very, they stare at you. Yep. You're independent and capable. You really basically, you're going to have to smile at one of them. You're going to have to, I feel like you're going to have to make the first move in a way, sort of, not really, but just sort of let them know that you're interested in whoever you are interested in. If you're interested in one in particular, I think you need to let it know. And so what do you need to do to move forward in that? What do you need to do to make one of them notice? Yeah. Right, Gabrielle. I think that's right. I think we're in the right thing here. I'm just trying to make sure I've got everyone. Right, now we've got Jaguar, Sally T, and Alaya. And then Kashish. Okay, don't worry, Kashish. I will meet you. I will get you. So, and Queen, I will add you. No worries. Okay, Gabrielle. Gabrielle, got here. Yes, he was very sad. Right, so I'd like to know the intention of H towards me. I've been thinking of leaving a situation so that it can help me feel more empowered. But you've been getting mixed signals from H. Okay, so I'm going to use the deck of heroes. Okay, so what's going on with H? What's happening here? What's going on with H? This card pulled out. What's this one here? Three of Pentacles. Well, he definitely recognizes your skills, your abilities. He recognizes who you are. Recognizes that for sure. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles does talk about a gain, does sort of a sense of an attainment possibility. So I do feel as though like he's been thinking about a possibility like that gain. But maybe because you're in a situation at the moment, that's why you're getting mixed signals. I think there's definitely some thoughts there, definitely wanting something. Yeah. So I think that's really important for you. Just take a moment to think about what's actually going on truthfully within the situation here. You've got the sense of he definitely recognizes you, definitely thinking about you. But remember, you're already in a situation, so maybe that's why you've been getting mixed signals. But it definitely feels like he wants that gain. He wants that possibility. But it's very hard if you're already in a situation. I think you have to decide whether you're, what action you're going to take. You have to decide for yourself what action you're actually going to take. Here, are you leaving the situation for him, or are you leaving the situation for yourself? Oh yeah. Oh, you're not in a relationship, okay. Yeah, might be just, or whatever you do it, yeah. Or leaving the situation, whatever you're doing for yourself, yeah. Okay, so next one was, what did I say? So I'm up to Jaguar and Sally T and Elia. So Jaguar. Oh no, Jaguar, you typed your question in, didn't you? So let's have a look here. Right, I saw that. So let's do this one. Hi, the scientist, Tyrano. Yes, you'll be added to the next list. You'll just have to wait. Yep. Don't forget, donations take priority. Should leave Theo alone or keep on working on the connection. I don't want to hinder my own progress. Yep, that makes sense. So let's have a look here. Let's stick to Santa Muerte Tarot, I think. Right. Should I leave Theo alone or keep working on a connection? Okay, so what's going on with Theo? What does Jaguar need to know in regards to Theo without hindering her own progress? Without hindering her own progress. Welcome, Gabrielle. Right, okay, so let's have a look. Okay, I'm just taking a breath for a second here. Yeah, that's what I thought. So Jaguar, yeah. So let's have a look. Jaguar, what's going on here? Okay, so we've got 4 of Wands and 6 of Wands. I just got one more pointing out here. I got Temperance. Don't do anything rash. Basically, the words I got here was don't do anything rash, because it feels like something's coming into celebration. Feels very strong about victory and success when I asked sort of about Theo. So it feels like Theo's intentions is that he'd like success, he'd like victory, or he'd like a commitment, he'd like something. But don't do anything too rash. I think you sort of get that whole thing about celebrating your life as well, a sense of, yeah. So does that make, I just feel that I just keep getting, just don't do anything too rash. Just take a moment to breathe. You know, don't do anything too quickly. Just allow things. There will be some challenges, but I do feel like there's going to be some success. There is about moderation. It's about sense of keeping your emotions, blending things together, immersing yourself in the situation. So it's interesting. Huh. Interesting cards there, Jaguar. Interesting. Oops, I never got to put that away. He's going through a healing process, so just be patient. Don't do anything too rash. Just allow him the process. Just, yep, patience. Hi, Silly. Did you watch this morning's Enhance Your Tarot series, Seeley? Okay, a liar. Oh, Sally T. Sorry, Sally T and a liar. Sally. So where's Sally's question? Let me have a look. What was Sally's question? Let me have a look here. Let me just type up Sally. Here we go. Who currently has feelings for me? Who? Wow, that's okay. Let me see here. How am I going to do this? Sally, no, you was at work. No, I didn't. I was at work. All right, Sally T, you're next. Okay, so let me have a look here. So your question was, whoops. Or who's currently interested in you? Well, you limit yourself to, okay, you're going to ask who's interested in you. Okay, the best thing to do is to actually use, if I'm going to do that, where is the, there's only one deck I like using if I'm going to do that. The deck that I'm using for the study, but that's all right, I'll just mess it up. I'll sort it out again later. Okay, so you want to know who's actually interested in you. Now, problem is when you do this, you close yourself off to other possibilities because you're so busy focusing on the one person. And so Spirit's not very good at doing that to me. It's like they like to sort of leave things open to you. You don't miss out on any opportunities that are coming your way if you're too busy focusing on just one. Because other people come into our lives for different reasons. And we might miss out on what's going on. Who's been watching my Celestine Prophecy series that I did? Anyone watch the Celestine Prophecy series or who have read the books? Oh no, Celie, that's no good. So if anyone has if anyone watches the Celestine prophecy, right, so who is interested in Sally at the moment? Okay, what's going on? Present or now? Okay, is there someone present who's interested in Sally? I'm just seeing if anything's going to. Sometimes Spirit will just pull a card out. So I'm just seeing if there's, there we go. Okay, first things first. Okay, so I'm going to include that card because that popped out as well. Right, first thing is he's someone who works hard. Okay, someone who finishes what he needs to do. Okay, and he's very, I feel like he's very earthy. Now, he could be a bit of a poor me type of attitude, a bit more very self-focused in himself. Okay, so I do feel like you've got someone coming into your life. He is hard work. He does commit to finishing tasks, but he could be a little bit self-absorbed in a way. I'm getting a little bit of self-absorption, a little bit about poor me type energy. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to have to look very carefully. Yes, he might be interested in you, but is it really what you truly want? Just because someone is interested in you does not necessarily mean that they're going to be good for you. So you have to look at the paths that this person leads. You have to look at who they are as individuals and choose wisely. You do have free will. Okay, you do have free will. You do have choices in regards to, just because someone comes into your life, it does not mean that they're good for you. Not all people who come into our lives are good people. They teach us lessons. They might teach us about boundaries. They might teach us about opening our heart. They might teach us about not judging a book by its cover. All those things are important. So it's important that you might choose carefully. Okay, so it sounds, so if you've got someone who works really hard, but it's all about self-absorption, do you really want them in your life? Yes, they might still be interested, but whew, you do have free will. Something to think about. That's why I always say, don't focus too much just on one person. A liar. Right, let's have a look here. What message does, it's going back to you in January. Okay, what's going on with University? What does Spirit want you to know? And I'm going to use 4 Huxa Tarot for this. I love this deck. Okay, 4 Huxa Tarot. Let's have a look. Hi guys, I will try and get through. Look, I might not get to everyone today. Time runs out eventually. Time does run out eventually. I will try and do what I can. Don't forget, donations take priority. So if you want your question answered, and because you know that I'm not going to quite get there, donate. I get the donations done. Other than that, it's just as I can with the free list, as I can. What message does Spirit have for me in regarding to NIU in January? Okay, the first one here is the sense of what do you need to sort of walk away from? What do you need to leave behind when you get back to NIU? Something emotional is that you're leaving behind. Okay, and it might be about leaving behind maybe not doing everything that you want to do for NIU. So what are you having to leave behind an emotional sense, allowing you to sort of fly free, if you like, being able to have that freedom, the transformation and the changes that you actually need here. It's like you have to sort of keep going. There are times at NIU when you're going to feel like you're going to want to give up. Okay, there are times when you feel like you just want to give up. You're feeling like everything's just a little bit too much. Just remember to sort of take a breath and keep going. Look at what you've had to leave behind to achieve what you need to achieve. Okay, so it's going to be very, very important for you, Elia, to really be able to sort of take a breath, look at what you've left behind, and to keep going, to persevere. There are days when you're going to feel quite low, and that's normal, and that's okay. And it's all about being able to process that and get up and get going. This card is all about get up and get going. Okay, don't give up. Don't give up with your journey here. Okay, it's going to be very, very important for you. Don't give up. Keep going. Look at where you're aiming. Look at the truth of what you've achieved or what's going on. Small goals. Make sure you have small goals. Okay, as you walk into something new. Small goals. Okay, so let me have a look, see here. Just sort of going through this again. Just give me a minute. So, Elia. Right, so I got Kashish. Let me write up this next list. Okay, so the next list is, let's just give me a minute. Remember, I'm just trying to do this on my own, so please be patient. Okay, Kashish, Kashish. Okay, Kashish. Make sure you guys only type your questions once when I ask. Okay, Queen. Okay, so Kashish and Queen is next on my list. Oh, I just feel like I've lost it. Kashish. Oh, yep, Queen. Sorry, didn't mean to click that there. Queen. Yep. JJ. Oops. Okay, so Kashish, JJ, Ron. The scientist. Seeley. Okay. Juliana. Sorry if I don't spell your name right. I'm using my glasses and not use my glasses. It's a bit of a, with the screen I can't, depending on what screen I'm looking at. S-O-L, sorry. S-O-L. C-E-T-I-O. Melody. Melody. Right, next. Isadora. Okay. So, okay, so just give me a minute. I've just about done all the list, I think. Okay, so I think I've added everybody here. Okay, so this is the list. Kashish, JJ, Ron, the scientist, Silly, Juliana, so the first ones are Kashish and JJ and Ron. They are the first three. Kashish, JJ, and Ron are the first three. If they are here, to type in their question. Okay, so let me just have a little bit look here. So as Kashish typed in a question. Oh. Yeah. Okay, so you want to know who your future husband is because of the arranged marriages. Okay, so let me have a look here. What can we do? Who is your future husband? Okay, so you want to know what's going on there. The best one to do, if you're going to ask me who, the best ones is just use the Rider-Waite card here. Let me have a look here. Who is your future husband? Do you already know him? What's going on with this here? Yeah, okay. So I'm just trying to work out that's the best. So you want to know because it's an arranged marriage. Do you already know? Does she already know her husband to be? Okay, I feel like it's going to be someone who's very demanding. I feel like it's someone who's quite cold, quite demanding, and quite young. Quite young, quite cold, quite demanding. That's all I'm sort of getting here. I do get a sense of someone who's very intellectual, someone who's very practical. Oh, sorry, Queen. Did I? Oh, shoot. I'll go back in a minute. I thought I typed it in. It's supposed to be next. Queen, you're next. So, Queen, if you just type in your question, that'll be cool. Okay, so it's really about someone who's quite cold, quite, I want to say calculated. Someone who's quite young. Yep, you're after Kashish. That's right. Yes, Queen, you're next. Just need your question. Okay, so Kashish, yeah, I just feel like there's someone that's quite young, quite cold, calculated, someone who's quite practical, and someone who's quite intellectual. Oh, so you've typed a question. Thanks, Queen. Oh, yeah. Got you. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot you. Sorry. Brain dead. It's when your heart's hard when you're trying to do everything by yourself. But yeah, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. That was awesome. Yes, you were supposed to be. So yes. Will AN's intentions be good or bad once he makes a move on me? Oh, okay. Let's do the Gilded Tarot Royale. So here I'm going to start pulling out all my bags again. My decks. Right. Yes, Marask, there is a free list. I'm trying to get everything sorted. Right. So we got AN. What's AN's intentions? Okay. There's definitely movement. There's definitely wanting to make a move on you. Definitely wanting to make a move on you. And I feel like he's trying to lead you, draw you out in a way. I don't feel that positive. I don't think it's like bad, but I just don't know if it's good for you. I think if he makes a move, I just don't feel like it's going to be that good a, there we go. It's like he recognizes you. He knows that you're skilled, or you've got abilities. I do feel as though he's, I want to say a bit of a, I want to say using you for himself. I don't think it's bad, but I just don't think it's going to be good for you. Even though he's going to recognize who you are, I just don't feel in the movements there. This card here just gives me a very cold feeling in this situation. Is that what you're feeling? Is that your intuition telling you that? It does feel like yeah, it's like I keep getting a sort of a using energy. Wants to use you for something. So he's definitely wanting to make a move on you, and it feels quite intense. Could be a little bit overwhelming for you too. You might find yourself feeling a little overwhelmed and sort of wanting to push him away a little bit. I think it's about trusting your intuition in this, Queen. I do feel like it's very much about trusting your intuition. What's your intuition telling you? What's your gut instinct telling you about this situation? What's your initial thoughts about him? Yep. I think it's really about trusting your intuition in this one. I really do feel like he's wanting to move to, I don't feel it's like it's going to be a super bad thing. I just don't feel it's going to be good for you. I don't think it's going to do you any favors. Put it that way. It's not going to do you any favors, Queen. Being associated with him is actually not going to do you any favors in the long run. Yes. If I've got time, Mariah, time's running out, guys. I'm trying to do it as quickly as I can. Right, so next list. What have we got? Okay, JJ and Ron. You're welcome, Queen. I mean, like I said, trust your intuition in this one. I just keep getting the sense of you just needing to trust your intuition. Trust your gut instinct in this. So I'm looking for Ron, JJ, Ron, and the scientist is what I'm going to do next. So let's have a look and see what questions. So let's have a look at JJ. What's JJ's question? Oh no, it doesn't come up. Okay, JJ's nothing come up. So JJ must have flipped in and out. Okay, so if someone's not coming up, means that their question sounds like they've flipped in and out, from what I can gather. Okay, so I'm not getting a lot here from just JJ. Hey, hi everybody. Ron. I'm not here, not yet, Suliana. I'm just listening who's here. So okay, so I've got no, just trying to go through the list. Just give me a minute. Okay, so let me just have a look and see if anyone's given me questions. Let me just want to make sure that everybody gets their readings. Ron. No, no, sure not. That's not come up. That's a bit weird. It's done its funny stuff. The Scientist. Seeley. Okay, Seeley, you're next. So we've got JJ, Ron, the Scientist, and Seeley. No, Juliana, I'm not ready for you yet. Waiting for Seeley's one, I think. Okay, so these are the ones that want questions. I'm just waiting for Seeley. Yeah, I'll do you in a minute. I've got your question. Cool. I've got your question, and I might do you in a minute. Just giving these people a chance to reply, because sometimes I know things are a bit slow and I don't want them to miss out, and they haven't added a question as yet. So just give me a minute. Just breathing for a second. Still got a bit of time. Still got a good half an hour. So we're okay. I'm just keeping an eye. You'll definitely get your question next. I've got your question. You only have to type it in once, you see, because of the program I use. You don't have to keep typing the same question in unless I ask you to. So I'm just going through and checking, and I can't see any questions for these people. JJ, Seeley. Oh, you had a power outage. Oh, no! Seeley, that's no good. Oh, God. Type in your question, please. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, just what you didn't need. Yep, the Scientist. Yep. Any message for you? Brilliant. Okay, Scientist, let's do any message for you. Let's do the Elemental Power Tarot. Okay, so message for the Scientist. Okay. So I've got the Knight of Swords here. Okay, so I just get a sense of making plans, making ideas, making a sense of, before you go into any sort of battle or you go into anything, just make sure you plan and strategize. Making sure that you sort of don't rush into things. I do get a sense of rushing into the battles. Oops, any message for me? That should have come up there. Okay, so take a nice deep breath and just think about where you want to go, what you want to achieve, is what I'm getting here with the Knight of Swords here. Okay, I feel like things are being a little bit shaken up at this time. Okay, I do feel like things are being shaken up. Things are a bit wobbly. Things are a bit crazy at the moment. But it's going to bring you a sense of understanding, a new, allowing you to build what you need to do. It's going to allow you to recreate what's important for you, Scientist. So I get a thing about slowing down. Don't be in a rush. Just take your breath for a minute. This is sort of like fire of air. So, or air, yeah, fire of air. So this is a very fiery thoughts, you know, like things are racing, things are wanting to get done. Slow down, take a breath, make some plans, make some strategies. Just take a moment to breathe and decide on what you want to rebuild, because things are being shaky, a bit wobbly. Maybe things are being destroyed, or it feels like your walls are crumbling down around you in some way. But this gives you the chance to rebuild what you need to do. So take a nice deep breath. scientist, take a nice deep breath and allow yourself to think about how you can rebuild what you want to do with good plans and ideas. Okay, so that's something that you can really sort of think about for you to actually move forward. Okay, Seeley, so let's have a look. How do I get this over this tower moment in my life? Okay, I'm so heartbroken. I mean, I don't have self-esteem, but I feel so used. I've been reflecting on all my relationships with people from the past. And as I ask myself why I suffer and take chronic needs, like I do not deserve reciprocation for what I've done to the universe, is too much. I seek when I talk to the divine. Okay, so a lot of it is your past life stuff. Could be about boundaries, could be about creating some boundaries and things in your life. So let's look at, I'm actually getting the Chakra Wisdom Tarot again. This has come up a little bit today. Okay, so what do you need to do? So what's going on? How can you heal? Oh, exactly. Stand up for your own convictions. I think it's very important that when you get into a relationship, okay, you create boundaries. You stand up for what you believe a relationship should, how you deserve to be respected and things. So it's about the universe, about saying to the universe, okay, this is what's happened in my life. Now I want to start building up. I want people in my life who respect me. I've learned now I need to respect myself, and I want people who respect me. I'm going to have boundaries. I'm going to say no. Okay? There are times I'm going to say, no, I don't want that person in my life. And the universe is going to keep testing you until you say, enough's enough. Until you can stand in your own convictions and say, right, I'm now ready to start moving ahead. I'm ready now to really know my own truth, know who I am and what I'm about. Okay, I'm going to stand in my own truth. I'm going to listen to myself, my higher self. Okay, that's something you're really going to look on. And the next one is 8 of Wands. So it's about moving forward with confidence, with strength, with a sense of, I just get a sense of strength, moving forward with strength and with confidence, being confident in yourself. Again, having those boundaries, standing up for your convictions. It's like the universe has been testing you, and you've let these people into your life without saying, wait a minute, let me take a breath. Let me look at how people are. Let me have some boundaries. Let me know when to say no. There are times when you just have to say no, and that's something that you can learn. When someone says to you, hey, can you do this for me? You've got to say, hey, no, no, I'm not going to do that for you. I'm not going to let you into my life. I'm not going to allow you to use me. It's learning to be discerning within the situation. So being able to move forward with confidence, staying grounded, working with your chakras, Seeley, working with your chakras, this is very much your, I want to say your crown chakra and your root chakra. Okay, so you want to balance what's in between. You want to be in alignment within yourself. Okay, so yeah, it's very important for you to really about saying, okay, this is what I do deserve. Don't keep saying I do not deserve. Say I deserve to be treated with respect. Whatever you focus on is what the universe is going to bring you. So if you say I deserve to be respected, I deserve to have someone who cares about me, who's honest, who is integrity. Do not worry about the I do not want. Okay, because if you focus on the do not wants, the universe doesn't hear that. Okay, so you've got to focus on what you do want. No. Sometimes you've got to put your foot down. It's not just about walking away. Sometimes you've actually got to stand up for your convictions. So you've got to say, it's not just about walking away from those people, right? You've walked away, which is cool. Now you've got to say, I do not want, I want this to be true. I want to be respected. You've got to create some boundaries. You've got to say, I want to be, I want to be respected. I want to be honored. I want to be treated with respect. I want to be treated with kindness. Yeah, very, very important to set that in motion. Otherwise, people keep coming in that are disrespectful until you can stand up for your own convictions, standing in your own power. Okay, being able to sort of move forward with confidence, having the confidence. Because when you walk away from something, sometimes it's like I'm too afraid to stand up for what I believe. In a way, not always. Sometimes the best thing is to walk away from some situations. Some things you cannot change, you cannot control. So walking away is the best thing to do. So you've got to decide whether it's the best thing to do is to walk away or to stand up for your convictions. And not scream and yell, just saying, I want to be respected. That's it. Hi, Egyptian Famous. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah. There's a lot more that can be done, Celie, too. A lot more in regards to looking at past life stuff. Why do you keep doing things? The soul energy clearing is a really good, or past life energy healing is another good alternative if you're interested. If you're interested, these are some alternatives that you can look at as soul energy clearing. Okay, that's using a pendulum, some charts, the uncover your past life stuff. That's quite deep. It's quite a big session there, but it's really something to look at if you're interested. Okay, let's have a look. Where am I up to? Okay, so we've done the scientist, done Celie. Now we're up to Zuliana. I think that's right. And Kashish, done Queen. Yep, Zuliana's next. Right, Zuliana, your question, which I saw. So you're wanting to know what's going on here with Sagittarius. Okay, so you want to know what's going on here with the relationship. What's happening? Okay, so I'm actually going to use the Sacred Fractal Tarot. Sacred Fractal Tarot is a deck that I created. Okay, so how is the Sagittarius feeling towards you? What's going on here? What's happening within the relationship? Oh, you're welcome, Celia. You're welcome. Hey, look, it's all about you being empowered. It's you being able to move forward with confidence. And I think that's really important here. Right. Zuliana. Sagittarius feeling towards you. Okay, so the first card we have here, put my glasses back on. Okay, looking at options. I feel he's looking at options, looking at choices, trying to decide what his fortune's going to be like, in a way, deciding whether his luck, is it good luck or bad luck to move towards you. He's looking at your potential, looking at the potential of the relationship. Okay. Yes, I do the past life stuff in depth. You can find it on the Ko-Fi, Silly. You can find it on the Ko-Fi. Oh, good. Egyptian Famous. You got the list. Cool. So please don't type your question in until I've asked, please. It just makes it, otherwise it'll get lost. Okay, Zuliana. So it's very important for you to realize here that I feel like he's just looking for his options. He's looking to decide what your fortune, what your whether it's good or bad. He's trying to decide what his options are here, and he's trying to look at your potential. What's your potential within the relationship? What's the potential within this moment, whatever that is? Okay, so you've got to decide whether it's something you want to wait for. And it may not, it doesn't really make any decisions yet. Just feels like he's just looking. He's just trying to decide whether this is possible, whether it's, you've got what he wants. Okay, so you've got to decide for yourself what you want to do here. I think you need to really look at the facts of the situation. Look at what's actually happening. Okay, so who's next? Juliana was, I just did, and we've got Melody is Dora. Thank you. Thank you, Egyptian Famous, for doing that. That's awesome. That makes it so much easier. Oh, we've also got Miss Sirac in the list somewhere too. They came in as well, but I don't know if Miss Sirac's still here. Miss Sirac still wants a general reading. I've got that coming in. So we've got so the original list here. So where am I up to? So yeah, it's just, so I've got to find Siloto one. Sorry, I'm just in my head. I'm just trying to find Siloto. What's Siloto's question? Let me go into the chat scan. That's easier. Sometimes, if they're still around. Okay, nope, that doesn't show me anything at all. This ad is not. So I'm just waiting for some questions. So if they're not putting in their questions, I do move on to the next one because I'm not mucking around. So Siloto, I haven't seen a question from what I can see. Just hi, can I be on the list? Nothing more than that. Melody, your question. And is Dore? It's Dore. So I'm just not sure who's here. Okay, so that's who I've sort of said for questions. So I look to see if anything's going on here. So let's have a look and see if Melody's written in a question. Just hello. Can you add me? Right. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Melody. Brilliant. Thank you. Awesome. What's Dave's energy towards you? Okay, so what's going on with Dave? What's happening with Dave? Let's do actually I might do the don't do this very often, but I might use, now this is not the proper deck. If you want the proper deck, it is on Make Playing Cards. This a friend just printed out. I need to get on to Make Playing Cards and get this printed out for myself. But what's Dave's Sagittarius energy towards me? Okay, this is my Vesta's Art Tarot deck. And that card there's popping out. Ace of Waters. Okay, there's definitely a love. Definitely feels like there's a connect. There's that beginning of something. That was interesting because I just pulled out the Two of Water as well, somewhere randomly in the pack. Okay, so it does feel like there's definitely a connection there on some level. Okay, there's definitely a thought about it. There's definitely some thinking about it. Okay, not quite taking the action yet. There's definitely that connection. There's a thought and there's something there. Definitely feels as though there is that connection. So there is that new beginnings. Feels like one step at a time. Just wait. Be patient. Just in the moment, just give it time. I think you really need to, I do feel like there's something there, but what happens next is sort of up to you, really. It was up to the energy, up to Dave, really, what's going to happen next. I do feel like there's that sense of there is definitely a connection there. Definitely feels like there's something, a new beginning. Don't know whether he's actually going to take any action yet, but he's definitely thinking about it. So yeah, it definitely feels like he's thinking about it. So Melody, so yeah, so Saludo, so got your question, Egyptian famous, and Isidore. Oh, and Mizrak as well. So I'm just trying to work out who's. Okay, so, and then top flight. So Mizrak and then top flight. Isadora and famous. Sociolota is no question. So if you've been in for a while, if you've sat around for a little while and you haven't typed in your question, can you please type in your question? Because I think I am very close to finishing up so I can have some lunch. Hi, Isadora. Just type in your question. Egyptian famous, your question if you're here. So I'll do Isadora and then Egyptian famous. Oh, you're making dinner? Okay, cool. No worries. Let me do Isadora's here. What would help me get clarity and focus on career and everyday life? Ooh, what's going to get you focused? Okay, I'm going to use my journey to the crossroads in this one. Journey to the crossroads. Let's have a look. Journey to the crossroads. What would help me get some clarity, focus on your career? Okay, Egyptian famous. All good. Oh, what's your birth date? Egyptian famous. Oops, I should have done that while I was thinking that. What would help me get clarity, focus, organization? Okay, what's now? What's Eudora? Eudora, sorry, it's not Eudora. Okay, well, the first thing you need to do here with the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is about moving forward swiftly. Okay, so it's about being like getting tasks done. First thing is like a to-do list. Getting tasks actually done is going to be really important here. Moving forward with a sense of swiftness, I think, is really about a to-do list is going to be really, really important here. Being able to look at, the truth of what needs to be done. I get a very much of a to-do list is going to be very, very important for you. That's going to help you with day-to-day tasks. It's going to help you get focused, get organized, and get things actually done. A to-do list is going to be really important here. Facing the truth of what actually needs to be done, writing it down, getting a clear picture, what's important, what needs to actually be done here. Okay, so that's going to take, that's what's going to do. A to-do list is going to be very, very important for you. Okay, that's going to allow you to move quickly through what needs to get done. Okay. Oh, okay, so let's have a look. So this year, so we go 2, 1 is 3, 3 and 9 are 12, 12 and 2, 12 and 2 are 14, 16, 18. So 18, this year, this coming year, okay, this coming year, you the moon energy. So let's put in the moon energy, Egyptian famous. Let's put in the moon energy. Where are we? What am I going to put in? I think I might do Muriel. Okay, so let's do. So your moon energy this coming year. So you're going to be moving into the moon energy. So let's pull out the moon. Let's pull out the moon to start with. So the moon energy. So this is going to be a year for you looking at cycles, looking at phases, looking at your emotions, looking at what you're afraid of, facing your fears. This is going to be a year for you about facing your fears. So I'm just doing something here. Okay, because it's your birthday and you're my mod. So I just take a minute, guys. So let me just grab the moon. Okay, so why? Oh, there it is. The moon. Right? Okay, so you're moving into the year of the moon for you. 2 minus 3, 3 and 9 are 12. 12. Yep, 18. Okay, so you're the year of the moon. That's what you're coming into in regards to your relationships and things, to your love. Okay, so thinking about in regards to love and things like that, you're going to be moving into things like your cycles, your phases and things like that. Looking at what you're afraid of. Maybe looking at your enemies too. You know, are you your worst enemy, or is there someone that's a little bit destructive when it comes to your relationships? Okay, so let's have a look. Feel like I want to do more, but it will take a little while. So just give me a minute here. I have to go into something. Blog. Keyboard here so I can actually see what I'm doing. This page or the other one? I'm trying to remember what it's on. Oh, here it is. This is what I want. Okay, so if you're interested, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Okay, so I'm just getting the information. So you're the 21st of September, right? 21st of September. Oh, so you're still in Virgo, right? So you got the Hermit. Ah, so your month is Hermit. Knight of Pentacles, 8 to 10 of Pentacles. The Magician is the reigning planet, and the Magician is the elevated planet. Okay, so you got the Hermit, Knight of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and then the Magician. Okay, so they're your tarot cards to think about. Okay, so think about all that energy going in for you for your birthday. And you're moving into the year of the moon. Woo! There's definitely a gain for you in regards to love. It's definitely a gain. I do feel like there's some movement coming in. feel like there's a lot of movement happening. It feels like he's very passionate. I feel like you've got someone coming in who's very passionate in regards to love, into your relationships, into your love. So, but I think you need to also be wary. Okay, because he could be, like, I do feel like it's a gain in regard, you know, like he's coming in, like it's definitely a gain, but you do have to be wary of who he is. Is he showing themselves completely? As above, so below. It's very strong in this card as well, health-wise. Feeling a sense of the crescent moons, the waxing and the waning. You know, what are you needing to let go of? And what are you gaining from the situation? So I do feel like there's going to be quite a lot going on for you in regards to your love messages, you know, in regards to love for your birthday. I do feel like, you know, that there is someone going to come in that's quite passionate, quite creative. Could be a bit of a, like he moves quite quick, like he's quite dynamic, quite bold, quite energetic, like there's a lot of energy to him. He's very fiery, his fiery temperament there, very fiery sort of temperament there. So yeah, as you move into the year of the moon for you, it's your moon year for your birthday. So yeah, interesting indeed. So I do feel like there's someone fiery coming in. Okay, Mizrak and Top Fight. Mizrak and Top Fight. Mizrak and Top Fight. So Mizrak, I was just waiting for a question from Mizrak. A general. Okay, so you wanted a general, Mizrak. Right, okay, so I'll do that. Yeah, and Dominique, yeah, I can add you to the list. So I'm just making sure I've done, oh, and then I've got to do Top Flight. Top Flight. I'll do that next. And then Dominique. You're welcome, Egyptian Famous. So Mizrak wants a general reading. I don't know why I put it into there. Okay, a general reading. Let's do the Starman Tarot. Oh, another 10 minutes and I've definitely got to go. Less than 10 minutes, actually. Maybe. Okay, so what does Mizrak need to know right now? What's really important for Mizrak? Mizrak, what's really important for Mizrak? Okay. I get a very much about an awakening, a spiritual awakening, a being true to oneself is really important here. Being able to act with discernment in the situation. Don't let yourself get too tied up in your perceptions and other people's perceptions. Just acceptance in a way. I get a sense of sort of acting with discernment. Not getting too judgy about, just allowing yourself to just be authentic, be your true self, which is super important here, because there are going to be some battles, there are going to be some conflicts if you are if you allow yourself to be judgy, if you allow yourself to sort of blow your own trumpet, so to speak, is what I'm getting here. If you blow your own trumpet, then there are going to be battles, there are going to be conflicts. So I feel like it's very important to stop the battles and to stop the conflicts, to just take a deep breath and allow yourself to act with discernment in the situation. That's going to be very, very important for you right now. That's right. So take a deep breath. Okay, Dominique, just need your question. So if anyone who's in chat and has not written their question down, could you please write your question down now? Okay. For those of you who are in chat and have not had a question, could you please type your question now? Thank you. Could you please type your question now? Anyone who's in chat and has not had a question, could they please type their question in now? Whew. So I'm just waiting for some questions and then we are nearly out of here. So let me just put in the ending soon. So just waiting for any last questions in chat. So if you have not had a question, can you please type it in now, please? Oh, here you are. Been waiting for you. Been waiting for your question. Okay, can you please type in your question, please? Hi, Socioto. Been waiting for your question. Yep, a general. Okay, cool. I'll do yours next then. Does JG have a child by... Okay, so this is another yes and no type question. It really doesn't give you a lot to work with. You just want to know, is someone having a child? Okay, the best thing for me to do in that case then is just to use the Spanish tarot with a yes and no type question. Okay, because it really, the cards not really are, there's no answer. Nothing the cards really need to answer here. So all you want to know is, does JG Scorpio have a child by QC? Okay, well, communication is needed for starters. Does need to get some questions. Does need to get some communication needed. Now remember, this does not replace conversations. Does not replace talking and communication with someone. Okay, so you're going to get a very nothing with it's just going to be yes and no. Okay, so does JG have a child by QC? And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so yes. Yeah. Yes, it looks like they do. Yeah, well, I can only do one thing. One question per free. If you want anything else, it's all donations. Everybody gets one question each. Right, so okay, so why B gets nervous around me? Oh, interesting question. Why does B get nervous around you? Opinion I can do. Opinion on something, but it won't be a card reading. Okay, may I ask why B gets nervous around me? Oh, good question. Oh, Card just flew out. Interesting. So we get Two of Wands. Two of Wands is that sense of making choices, a sense of trying to find a sense of balance in the energy. So the energy is very you do certainly make them nervous. Okay, they're very much in limbo. It's like they want to cut themselves free from they're just very, I feel it's very shy, very it just really, it reiterates that they are nervous, that they're in limbo, they're unsure how to move ahead. They don't really have the answers. It just seems to be a lot of stagnant energy. They're not really moving ahead. They're not really, they're looking. They're trying to decide what needs to be done. Oh, yeah, around tarot. Yeah, definitely. Certainly, Dominique, about tarot not replacing a conversation. Of course, yes, you can ask me about that. Yeah, no worries at all. Okay, so Stiletto. So why does B get nervous around you? He's just looking at what lies ahead. He's trying to decide. He's very much in limbo, just very much unsure about his options. He's unsure about options. He's unsure about perspectives. You're more shy than he is? Ah, well, I think he's very much unsure about where to go and what to do. I think he hides it well if you think you're more nervous than he is. Oh, you're welcome, but regards reading. Okay, so it's a question. It's really about, okay, I can answer that. Dominique, yeah, sure, about tarot not replacing conversation. Yeah, he might be a manager or he might be a boss, but when it comes to relationships, a different perspective whatsoever. When it comes to, he might be a boss, but when his emotions come into play, could be completely different. And he knows that if he's a boss or he's manager, he's got to sort of be firm. Oh, I was going to ask, so if the tarot reader read something saying, I think then when I asked the person, they said no, but I asked the tarot person a different question regarding to the same child with another. Okay, I was going to ask if a tarot reader read something saying one thing, and then when I asked the person, they said no, but I asked the tarot person a different question regarding to the same child with another. Oh, they get this. They got so many. What does that mean? Ah, well, so you asked him and said no, and I said yes. So you've asked the question twice, and so your intuition is telling you that the child is definitely his, right? Might have been the way you worded the question. Because when you have a child with someone, doesn't necessarily mean that they had a physical there's different ways to have a child with someone. Could it mean that they just spent some time with that person and the child? So if a tarot reader says something, one thing, and then when I ask the person, they say no, maybe they don't know. Maybe they don't know that the child's theirs. Maybe they believe the child. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he doesn't know that it's his child. which is why he said no. So has both readers said that it's his? Maybe he doesn't know it's a secret. Maybe it's a secret child. Maybe. So maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he thinks he's not the father. Maybe he believes someone else is the father. Maybe it hasn't really been tested. So that could be it. Maybe he totally believes he's not the child. He's not the father. Might totally believe that he's not. Maybe she has lied. Maybe the ex or the person, the one night stand, whatever it was, had lied about it. There could be many reasons why the person says no about the child. But it could be because they don't know, even though the cards say they are. Oh, and she said secret child. Ah. Yeah, so I don't think she's told the truth, or maybe she decided she wanted the other guy instead. Well, maybe the second man knows the secret. Yes, about the first. Maybe the second man actually knows. Oh, Lennon Mind cards. Yeah. Yes, about the first man, then the second man was a secret. Yeah, Lennon Mind cards. Maybe the second man knows that it's a secret. Maybe he's in on it. Yeah, so maybe he's maybe the second man's in on the secret and knows that it's not his. But he's treating it like his. Like he's pretending that it's his child, but he knows it's not. He knows it's the first guy's child. The second guy knows it's the first guy's child, but he's pretending that it's his. Or neither of them are accepting the child. Yeah, because he knows. Oh, okay. Because he knows it's not his. So he knows the secret. He knows it's the first man's child. Okay, so the second one knows it's the first man's child, but keeping it. That's why. Some things, yeah. You got to decide whether you want to be involved or not. I definitely believe it's the first. I definitely believe it's the first man's child. Maybe the second one knows it's not his. Or, yeah, maybe. Don't know what people's minds are thinking. Sometimes people think crazy things. Okay, last reading. Oh, it's the second person? Oh, okay. Well, then, I don't know. Okay, then maybe it is his child then. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it is the second person's child. And that's why he doesn't want to have Yeah, that I said yes to. Okay, so sorry, I was totally confused about what you were saying then. Okay, so she said yes to the first one and I've said yes to the second one. Okay, maybe it's both. Who knows? I don't know. So I said communication. Oh, okay, so yes to the second one. Okay, so I don't know, I'm totally confused about what you asked now. I'm like, my head is like over the top. I've done all these readings and my head's a bit cloudy, so I really don't know. I'm just, like I say, I don't know the situation. I haven't really done a deep dive into it. I don't remember. Oh shit, because I just about lost all my cards. Yeah. Okay. That's who I said yes to. Okay. Well, no idea then. Like I said, maybe the energy shifts. Maybe there's, yeah. Oh, she did yes for both when she did the Lenormand. Huh? Okay. Okay. Now I'm getting a little bit clear. So she said yes for both when she did Lenormand. Oh, okay. She said yes for both when she did the Lenormand. Well, so has the child been born? Is there twins? Is there two children, should I say? Two eggs, two different children. Could be all sorts of things going on. So the secret child and someone denying the truth. Oh, okay. So the second man is who you said yes about. Okay, so and he is, oh, he's 2 years old. Okay. Okay. Oh, no idea. Okay. So second man said yes. That's what I got. Is it really a big, if they're not, the men have to decide for themselves. Do you really want to be involved in it? And them saying, it's going to feel like a tug of war, really. So who's the child actually spending time with if neither of them are interested? Yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one. Well, yeah, if you keep asking, yeah, feels like there could be a lot of stuff going on. There could be some influence by energy. That's why it really depends on. It's a little bit tricky. I think, like I say, I got what I got in the moment. Energies shift, energies change. Could be neither of them. Could be what she wants. She could be flicking to and fro. Oh, I want this one, I want that one. When it could be neither of them. So maybe I don't know. No idea. Maybe he has a child. Don't know. My head's confuddled now. I'm at the end of my thing. So yeah, I just read what the cards give me. What the universe says. And if you've kept asking the same question over and over again, maybe the universe is sort of telling you with all the different answers, actually, it's none of your business. Sometimes the universe will be like, if you keep asking the same question over and over again, and it might not be anything to actually do with you, unless it is. Yeah. Sometimes the universe could be saying that it's none of your business. Sometimes when we ask questions about people that we're actually not involved in, like, what do we really need to know about this situation? Okay, so what happens is when we say things like, when we ask questions, the universe can give us confusing answers because it could be none of our business. And so when we keep asking stuff about third party stuff That's not really, unless it really affects us, unless it's like, hey, this really affects me. Sometimes the universe is going to play with you. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes the universe can be a bit like, hey, it's really none of your business anyway. It's, well, you know, if he's not going to, it's really got between him and her. And if they're not going to sort their shit out, basically, if they're not going to sort their stuff out, well, yeah. So the only thing to really solve the issue is for him to get a paternity test. And if he doesn't get a paternity test, then he's got something to hide. So yeah. What's this last one here? Yep. Oh, okay. That's why you asked about the second man. Okay. You know, the only way to really solve the issue, because remember, it's based on energy. It's based on energy when you're asking stuff, a lot of stuff like that. It's just asking about the current energy, the energy that's going on. So, yeah, the only way to really solve the issue is paternity test. And if they're not prepared to make a paternity test, then you either got to accept it or let it go. Yeah. Well, if neither of them are doing the paternity test, then they've both got something to hide. Because I would just do a paternity test and get it over and done with. If I'm not the child, you know, like, really, if the guy is not the child's father, he would do a paternity test just like that to get it like, nah, not me, and get it over and done with. And they've both got stuff to hide. They're both afraid to be the parent, So it's like, yeah. So really, do you want to really put up with that shit? Excuse the language. Do you really want to put up with that rubbish? If he's not prepared to take a maternity test and stand up and be the man? Because they're wimps. Sorry. They're not a man. You know, a true man would stand up and be counted for. No, do you really want someone who can't take responsibility? You got to think about it. Do you really want a man who cannot, you know, cannot stand up and be counted? And say, hey, look, this may have happened. Let me know. Let's stand up and be counted. Because they don't want to take responsibility, Dominique. They do not want to take responsibility for a child that could be theirs. You know, if they cannot stand up and be counted, they're not responsible.